I want you to accept something right now, and that is this. Self-doubt is completely normal. Hi bloggers, welcome back to BOH TV. Now, I wanted to address a topic today that I see so many people talking about. If you're familiar with me on this channel, then you'll know that I speak a lot about knowing and, talking to your target audience, and that is something that I do on a regular basis. And I recently did a reader survey, and one of the questions that I asked was, what are you struggling with right now when it comes to growing your online presence? And the main answer that I got back was that a lot of you are struggling with having confidence in yourself and self-doubt. It was worded in a way where people were saying that they didn't feel confident enough putting themselves out there online. So even though I know this is something I struggle with, there are definitely times when I doubt myself. I feel like I've been able to deal with this in a way that has allowed me to get to where I am today, and I'd like to grow even more. That's what we all want. Yet we all feel this lack of confidence, that this self-doubt is holding us back. So I wanted to talk about some of the ways that I deal with this, and also some of the ways that I don't deal with this as well, just to keep things real and cheer each other on a bit. If you're into this kind of thing, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. I make new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and those subscribes give me so much joy, so thank you. I mentioned this in a talk that I did at the start of the year, but when I was younger, I used to be a very shy and insecure person, and so I've always doubted myself, and this is something that I've had to learn how to deal with in the best way I can. But I actually think the more you're pushed out of your comfort zone, the more you have to deal with self-doubt. When I was growing up, I doubted myself with everything. I constantly had this internal battle with myself that I would never be as good as so-and-so at something, which is weird looking back because my parents have always been so supportive and encouraging of me. A lot of the time when I was younger, I always felt one step behind people, and that just opens you up to more self-doubt. And I think the most important thing you need to recognize first is where your self-doubt really lies. So what areas in your life make you doubt yourself? And that's really important because that's the area you need to focus on in order to overcome self-doubt of that particular thing. I know that's not a groundbreaking piece of advice, and you might be like, Holly, I know why I doubt myself and I know what I need to work on, and you might have accepted that, and that's good. But what happens then? Let's say you never doubt yourself when it comes to making a personal decision about your life, but you always doubt yourself whenever it comes to making a decision about your job, your business, or your blog. Well, first of all, you know yourself well enough to be confident in making personal decisions, and that's a really good thing. When you start a new workout routine, you won't think you're going to fail or doubt yourself. You'll go into it wanting to do it and know that you're going to give it your best shot. That is a really good thing, and you should give yourself a pat on the back for that, because that boost that you feel, you should be able to transfer that to the other side of where you feel doubt, so you'll be able to identify what the differences are. If it's the opposite and you never doubt yourself when it comes to making decisions for your job, blog, or business, but you always doubt yourself when it comes to making decisions in your personal life, then that's going to take a little bit more work because that is personal to you. But the idea is that you want both sides to be level. If you feel like you doubt yourself with everything, every single thing in your life, and you can't make a decision without doubting yourself or worrying, then that's going to take a lot more work. Let me just take a minute and speak really honestly. I doubt myself at everything. Absolutely everything. I am terrible at making decisions, and my mum and dad are always saying to me that I should give myself more credit. Everything, I always doubt myself, and my fiance would be the first person to tell you that that is something I do a lot. And that is so bad. It's just really, really not good. I think I have gotten better at this, I mean, especially when certain people think that I'm not capable at something, I definitely don't take that anymore. I don't make any decision lightly, or the things that I do, or the certain steps that I take. So I accept the self-doubt to be there, but I think people are actually afraid of accepting their self-doubt. And that's how I think I deal with it, because I know it's there. But if you want to do something and you feel a self-doubt creeping in, then you say to yourself, okay, but what if it does work out? So this is a mindset thing, and nobody else can control this for you. Nobody else can make your decisions. And if you're asking someone else to make your decisions for you, that is a really bad move, because it's your life and they're your decisions. You can't ask someone to change your mindset. I know that. And I know it might be hard to accept that, but it's true. That's where the self-doubt thing gets quite tricky for me, because you have to be in the right mindset to deal with your self-doubt, and it could go either way just based on how you feel. I think a really important factor here is understanding who you are as a person and what your personality is like. I think that will allow me to deal with the self-doubt a lot better, because when I do put something out there online that is huge, I'll have already made sure that I 100% believe in what I'm putting out there. So when it comes to doubting things, I could definitely improve. But when it comes to believing in what I'm doing and my message, that's my strength. And I feel like you need that if you want to push the self-doubt further away. It doesn't matter if you keep questioning self. If you believe in what you're doing, if you say to yourself, I believe in what I'm doing, I believe in this decision, I know that I know what I'm doing, that will make it easy for you to handle the self-doubt. And when the self-doubt is really taking over and I don't feel like I can overcome it, I always step away and take a break. I have not spent 5 years blogging and won 3 blogging awards by giving in to my self-doubt. If I did that, I wouldn't be where I am today. Because if you give in to your self-doubt, or you always let the negativity take over, or you feel like you're always losing your way because you're suffering from imposter syndrome, then you're never going to get anywhere. The most important voice is yours, not the one in your head. And if you need to talk to someone about the doubts you have, well, first, I'd go to Tom, my fiance, then I'd go to my mum and dad, and then I'd go to you, because you are an important person whose opinion I greatly appreciate. I would not go to anyone else, because then you're getting too many people's voices and opinions. And everyone will want to say something to you, because when you're talking about doubts you have with one thing, someone else is going to talk about doubts they're having with something else, and that's just going to fill your head with more self-doubt. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person or that they shouldn't be in your life. They're just there. So if you get a negative comment from someone about your appearance, or how you're not good at your job, or your content, could you push that self-doubt down and walk away from it? And if you are doubting yourself about something and you get feedback from the people that you care about and it's not particularly what you want to hear, then you should still take that on board, because that is going to help you get towards your next breakthrough, and that is going to align with the fact that you only ask advice from the people that you care the most about, and you'll be fine. You'll be able to handle the self-doubt. I doubt myself all the time. I'm terrible at making decisions, but then I have to take a step back and ask myself, why am I doubting myself so much about this? Sometimes you do just have to let it go. That's how I think I've learned to do it, visualizing, putting your self-doubt into a balloon and then letting that balloon go and watching it float away. I really hope that was helpful for you, or at least some part of it, because I wanted to do it this way, because it's not a sort of, here are 5 tips on how to get rid of self-doubt sort of thing. You can't fully beat it. You just can't. Going about your day-to-day life, making decisions and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, those things will at least help you a little bit when it comes to learning how to stop doubting yourself. I would love to know what you're dealing with when it comes to your doubts. What are you doubting right now, and how can we step away from that in order to move past it so you can boss your life and get one step closer to a breakthrough? leave that in the comments below. Tuesdays and Fridays, I will see you back at this channel. And if you want any of your questions answered about building an online presence, I'm putting together a little something so you can read more about that over at abranchofholly.com. That's all for today, bloggers. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe for more strategy solutions so you can get one step closer to a breakthrough. You just bossed it.